Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Vice Chair, members of the committee. It's great to see you again. My name is Jeremy Mazur, Director of Infrastructure and Natural Resources Policy for Texas 2036. So when I testified in front of you last year, I said that the state needs to invest about $154 billion on two water infrastructure challenges. These were the need to expand and diversify our water supply portfolio and also to fix our aging, deteriorating drinking water and wastewater systems that are really becoming liabilities to communities across Texas. Now, if we add the $54 billion in the new state flood plan, the total cost goes to above just $200 billion. But today, these cost estimates would be higher for three reasons. First, at this point, there's uncertainty about future congressional appropriations to the state revolving fund programs. If Congress reduces the SRF appropriations, then greater state efforts will be required from the capacity of our financial assistance programs. Second, inflation has persisted since 2024 when we first came up with these cost estimates. While I'm not into the business of making economic forecasts, it's reasonable to say that inflation will continue in the foreseeable future. This will also drive these costs higher. Lastly, the draft 2027 state water plan with its $174 billion price tag will likely require greater state financial assistance in the long run. Now, some of this will be paid by local ratepayers, but other amounts are going to have to be paid from our state financial assistance programs. This raises the question, the reasonable question, of if the capacity of our existing funding programs can meet this escalating price tag. Well, I have two observations here. First, thanks to your leadership, Mr. Chairman, Prop 4 was a huge step forwards towards establishing reliable, dedicated funding for water infrastructure. While this dedicated funding stream is projected to provide $20 billion over the next 20 years, it has the potential to provide greater financial assistance through leverage with existing bond programs. In fact, a recent report from the Boston Consulting Group that I've provided to the committee staff points out that this revenue stream could be leveraged to generate an additional $70 billion towards Texas infrastructure needs. If the goal is to maximize the capacity of our existing financial assistance programs, then leverage offers a pathway to maximize the value of every dedicated dollar from Proposition 4. My second observation is that the capacity of our financial assistance programs is often linked to the price tag of the state water plan. And right now, the draft has it at $174 billion. Simply put, the argument has been that existing programs, financial programs, lack the capital capacity to pay for all the projects in the plan. I think that this argument is true, especially when we look at the large regional water supply projects. But that said, I've been analyzing the state and regional water plans for the coastal Bend region. Every state and regional water plan published since 2001 about what they've said for the coastal Bend region and Corpus Christi. One thing that strikes me when I look at these plans are the inconsistencies across the plans. A user group may have a water supply deficit in one plan, but no deficit or need in subsequent plans. A water supply strategy could be recommended in one plan, but never again seen in subsequent plans. If part of the funding capacity discussion is tethered to the costs of the state water plan, then I think we need to revisit the planning process and perhaps adjust it to better identify and deliver projects that are needed for long-term economic growth and drought resilience. We just need a better idea of what will be implemented and will definitely require state financial assistance in the long run. Although Proposition 4 gave our funding programs a needed boost, we can't afford to waste a single dollar, and we must make sure that our water plans work to identify and deliver high priority projects with regional benefits. Thank you for your time.